All right, welcome. It's now been 2 weeks since Dad has passed away, and I'm in the garage because I had a little meltdown, breakdown, going through all of Dad's stuff, my brother and sister are here, and family, and we're going through all of, Dad's clothes and his room, and had to take a moment in the bathroom. I'm like a closet crier. I like to go in the closet and cry to start. And it was nice to have my big brother, come in and hold me. Can't even remember the last time he's held me. And my sister, sweet, precious sister, she cries just because I'm crying. She doesn't want me to be alone. And I'm kind of numb now. And that's part of the process. I got my amazing little husky there. And memories come with triggers. And I got triggered by quite a few memories of my dad. And some of them were good triggers. Some of them were just... It all happened so freaking fast. His birthday, 9 days later, he's gone. And we thought we had 3 to 6 months more with him. And we didn't. And so... But it really doesn't matter how or when. Memories are going to come up. You're going to have triggers to them. That's normal. Everything's a trigger in our life. We drive down memory lane. You hear something on TV. Your wife raises her eyebrow at you and you think, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. There's triggers everywhere. And just know that that's all part of the process. It's a beautiful thing, being able to go through and sit with the memories and to see what triggered. My sister told some really amazing stories about how my mom and dad met and how my dad built his own Harley, and he used to race them in the riverbed in LA. And like on my mom and dad's first blind date. And that was the last time my mom ever rode. I guess she peed her pants. And my grandpa was a cop, so somebody called it in. So my grandpa was going after my dad. My mom and dad's first date. And so that didn't make me cry. That kind of brought me out. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's going to come up. It's going to remind you of a lot of things. Sometimes guilt might come up because you're like, oh, I missed that moment. Apparently my dad and sister and brother played a lot of hide and seek in the house. And I'm like, where was I during all these times? And they're like, well, you were with Grandma. And I'm like, great, I got left out. But I'm a master at playing hide and seek with my family. And I didn't even know my dad played hide and seek. The last week of his life, 4 months before he passed, a friend and I really got good at ping pong. All of a sudden I had this desire to play ping pong. Well, it turns out my dad was a master ping pong player in the Army. And so there's just so many connections and things to learn and be okay with. But know when you start to move on and move out the stuff and the memories, you can see this garage was not neat. It was like a complete mess. There's rows and aisles now, but it was just one big mess. And to go through all that, go through a storage facility, which is all pictures. There's pictures that it's like, wow, we used to live there. I'm pretty sure it was still black and white days. That makes me sound really old, but and to see pictures of my family before I was even born. I'm the youngest, so 7 years the youngest and 10 from my sister. So I didn't even know these pictures existed. And so to be able to see my family before I was born was pretty cool. But to think that it's more finality. It's more of the letting go. And if you don't feel it, you can't let it go. So in this video, I wanted you to know that the memories get to come up. Next month, I'm going camping with a friend, and I'm going to all the places up north that my dad and I used to go since 1984. And I'm already sad about it because I know there's really no place I can fish, no place I can camp up there that we haven't fished or camped at. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing. That can be like a good thing. It's like Dad and I used to fish here, and now I have the stories to tell about it. And so Remember, it's just a memory. It's coming up, and it's coming up because there's a story to tell. Whether the story is painful or not doesn't matter. You just get to sit with that and process it. And I was literally in the bathroom for 15 minutes, hardcore crying. And now I feel so good and connected with my brother and sister, I can do a video on it. And so, all throughout this course, I've said, whatever you're feeling, it's okay. Don't go up here, try to figure it out, because there's nothing to figure out. They come up to pass. They come up to pass, and some will come up repeatedly, and those are the ones you get to pay attention to, because there's something there of value for you, something to learn about yourself and your relationships there for you. Some other cool things. My dad was Top Gun in shooting in the police academy and in his job. I got to see all his plaques, like so many awards of appreciation that I didn't know. And we had a really good laugh. I got to see his grades, C's and D's. I'm like, Dad, this is why you were so hard on me. So it was fun to see that, and fun to see, pictures of, his Harley. My dad looked like Roy Orbison at one point in his life. And I was like, that's really cool. And I was sending some pictures to my aunt, his sister, and like, your hair, you had a blonde afro. And so she's also going through a hard time because 2 months prior to my dad's death, his mom died at age 99. So it was like back to back. And I looked at my brother and sister and my husky. I'm like, y'all are staying in the basement because I hear people die in threes and I can't handle a third one right now. So there's that. It's okay to be raw. It's okay to experience what you're experiencing. And it's not right, it's not wrong, it's not good, it's not bad. It's just part of the healing process. These memories get to come up. And you get to process through them and navigate through them. And you don't have to do it alone. Like, I normally do everything alone. That's just my MO. But to have my brother come in and hold me like Dad did, like that was huge. And not to have to worry about my face or what I look like when I'm crying with my family. You don't have to look good when you're crying. You don't have to worry about anything. I hope your mascara runs all over your face and people still love you. And my face turns red when I cry, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to look good right now. Not all of it has to feel good, but it will. It'll change. And the more I'm able to sit with it, the easier it is. And I'm like, starting to go into shutdown and like, how much more of these memories and packing boxes and goodwill and what to do with Dad's clothes and feeling bad for tossing them out. But as long as you're being real and telling the truth about how you feel, that's how you navigate. So just keep telling the truth. All right, I'll catch you in the next videos.